So it's the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm sure you can hear this wind. It's howling. It's about 30, 35 mile an hour wind. Ah, geez, that's sand in my eyes. And these dogs, look at this, look at this. If I don't show up for the live stream, it's because I'm dead from being pelted with sand. Why are we here, you idiots? I gotta go. Jesus.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1,
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right. So we got the Capitals tonight. Got another game tomorrow night. And that one's against the Kraken. I want to get it out of the way now. I will be live streaming the entire game tomorrow as we go for the home record to start off, home wins to start off the season. All right, so Bobrovsky's in net tonight. That means Spencer Knight is tomorrow night. Anthony Duclair is a late scratch. I'm just going to roll with he had too much turkey. No big deal. Now this game, I'm not a fan of this game in terms of it's the day after Thanksgiving. The team had to fly in to do a afternoon game the day after Thanksgiving. Then I got to fly back out and we're at home tomorrow. That's a little bit ticky-tack in terms of the NHL scheduling there. It just could have been done better. Not a big fan of this game. I don't have a really good feeling about this game. And now with Duclair out, I'm sure it's nothing major. But at the same point, that's going to screw up the line significantly. Because now you put Mammon in there. I don't know where he slots in. So it remains to be seen. And Washington, you know, they're a damn good team, right? They're right there with us in terms of teams at the top of the standings. One thing I want to mention, Ryan Lomberg gets a 2-year, $800,000 per year extension. That's, yes. Now keep the kid on the ice. Stop putzing around with this kid. He belongs on the ice. When Marchment comes back, Joe sits down. When Achari comes back, somebody else needs to sit down. I don't know who. But Ryan Lomberg needs to be on the ice. The kid is the spark plug to this team. I'm telling you. All right? It's like Stu Barnes with the 96 Panthers. Stop disrespecting the Lamborghini. Let's get to it. All right, so it's 1-0 Panthers after 1, and it was all set. It was all set to come on and go, see, I don't think we're going to get any points out of this game. I don't like the looks of this game, and I really didn't. And then basically Washington screws up. Huberdeau gets the puck with 32 seconds left, goes 5-hole, and it's 1-0. And it was kind of looking like that was likely to happen to us. You could kind of see where it's been kind of a meh first period. I had a feeling Washington was going to get one there before the first was over. And instead, we get one. To get out of that period of hockey with a 1-0 lead it just shows you sometimes it's just your night, your year, your week. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just going to get the puck luck. I'm trying to look and see whatever the hell coach did with the lines, but the line changes have been so sloppy that it's hard to see who the hell is with who. Now, the fourth line is still the fourth line. I saw Mammon, though, out there with Lundell. So did they put... It's hard, very difficult to see exactly what they did because they've just been mixing and matching. Duclair is one of those guys where, you know, now we're missing 2/3 of the top line, right? So to be fair to coach, you know, you're kind of missing 2/3 of your top line, right? So what do? Personally, I'd like to see Lundell up top with, let's say, Verhaeghe and Tippett, or Verhaeghe and Vetrano, maybe Lundell, Verhaeghe, Vetrano up top. But we keep winning. We keep winning. We haven't won this one yet, but now I have a little bit of a better feeling about this game. As we go on to the second period, If we can sneak 2 points out of this game, it's going to be a beautiful thing. All right, so 3-2 Washington. So much to unpack here. So let's go with the Bobrovsky situation. I guess some of you probably already heard, but I'm watching the Washington feed, and what they said was that basically Bobrovsky has to be off of the ice for a certain length of time for the concussion protocol. My problem is, shouldn't the referees know that? So they should have never let him back on the ice in the first place until it was done. Because then they had to go back and pull him back off the ice, and Spencer Knight had to come back in. Now, Spencer Knight, we got to do something about this kid's pregame routine. How many times does he give up a goal on the first shot that he sees? A lot. I would venture a guess he hasn't had that many games. I wonder if somebody went back and figured out how many times he's been either started or come in a relief where he's given up a goal in the first shot of the game. That's something that needs to be fixed. It happens way too often. Other than that, all right. A couple of things with the lines here that I'm seeing here. Maxime Mammon brings nothing to the table. He's been the times that he's been on the ice, and tonight he brings absolutely nothing. He's a big guy, but that's it. That's all there is. We've got way too many guys in the minor leagues that could come up and bring some energy and some speed and some giddy up. I do not like this kid being the first guy on the ice when somebody gets hurt. You certainly cannot replace Duclair with Mammon. We need a Denisenko or Heponiemi. Now, I know that, this was a last game scratch, late game scratch, so it's not like coach could do anything about that. But in terms of the guy who's the healthy scratch, who's supposed to come in when one of our guys gets hurt, I'm not a fan of Mammon being that guy. And it's not hate, it's just he's shown us absolutely nothing. Now, somehow we get out of that period only down a goal. I'm still not feeling real confident about this one. This does not have the smell of our night. You know what I mean? So if we can get this thing to overtime, that's beautiful. Matthias is here. We have a good time. I think that's the best we can hope for right now. And can we not? No hats. No hat tricks. All right? I'm not throwing the friggin' hat for somebody else. I know Stu is an Ovechkin fan. It's not happening. I kind of figured we'd lose this game. Washington gets us 4-3. I'm so used to yelling 2 points. I don't know how to start the recap off when we lose. Look, I kind of figured it like I said. The day after Thanksgiving, we travel. It's an afternoon road game like that. You could tell we did not have our wheels whatsoever. We didn't have, even Lomberg didn't have his full capacity of energy. And then when Duclair was the scratch there, you could kind of smell it. You could kind of see the writing on the wall. And Washington's a good team, and I'm not throwing my hat. And we move on to another day, not the end of the world. So the one thing I will say, there's some stuff to talk about, and Stu and I will get with this tomorrow. But this power play is going to cost us a cup. This is embarrassingly, pathetically bad, including giving up the shorthanded today, including we pull Bobrovsky at the end and we have a 6-on-4 for a full 2 minutes. And really nothing even really close to us scoring happened. I've been saying this all year. You saw it last year during the playoffs. The design of the power play is ass. And unfortunately now the guy that runs the power play is also the coach. So we don't even have a head coach to say, hey, go get the guy that runs the power play to fix it. It sucks. And what's worse about it is with the players that we have, we should have a top 10, at least a top 10 power play with the guys that we have. He keeps trying different combinations of players out there, but the design sucks. The same thing happens to us that happened in the playoffs last year that's been happening. we telegraph our passes so much, the other teams get sticks on it, and boom, it comes down the ice in the back of the net, the back of our net. And we don't make any changes, just personnel changes. Nothing is changing with this power play. And I know that we're in first place and everything like that, but I really feel like this one subject deserves one of those old school rant videos that I used to do, where I would tag the team and tag everybody, because it's really going to frickin' cost us. And I know that there will people that we're going to say, we're still in first place, don't worry about it, don't freak out. But this is not something that just happened tonight. This has been ongoing since last year. You cannot go deep into the playoffs and win a cup if your power play is this bad. It's bad. It's not average. It's bad. And it's somehow it's got to get changed. And it's just, like I said, there's nobody to hold Brunette's feet to the fire about this. You know what I mean? He's the guy now. So, I don't know what we're going to do about that. But something's got to happen there, because that's going to be the thing that does us in. You saw it today. Look, you see Washington getting, it was all special teams. It was all special teams. Damn it. We can get all excited about being in first place and everything else like that. But sort of like in the past, where you kind of knew defensively, Yandel, Matheson, Strawman, that it was going to kind of come back and bite us in the ass. This power play is going to come back and bite us in the ass. And it's fixable if we get somebody with a half of a freaking coconut brain to devise something even remotely similar to what Tampa Bay does. Just shouldn't be happening. Other than that, Bobrovsky, no matter what happens, 4 goals. Even though he didn't give up the 4, Spencer Knight comes in and gives up 1 goal on 7 shots, gives up a goal on the first shot. That needs some work. That definitely needs some work there, that situation. Knight looked better the last game, obviously, but we saw it in the playoffs last year. You got to stop giving up goals on the first shot, kid. It's got to stop. Dude. What else did we see? Maxim Mammon needs to be sent back down to the minors. He was a late off-season pickup, just like Jumbo Joe. I'm sorry, Joe has had a couple of nice moments where he looked capable. But this whole in the locker room thing, and it's going to be nice to see him win a cup. I'm not interested in charity cases. The man is done. At best, he's a 5-minute-a-night, 4th-line guy on a team that is not having playoff aspirations. He's very, very slow. I have no idea what he's doing out there on the power play. That's what I'm getting at with the power play, is our coach seems to think that, you looked at the bench when we set out the 6-on-4, and I'm looking at the bench, I'm seeing Verhaeghe's on the bench. I'm seeing Tippett on the bench, and I'm seeing Hornquist out there. And, Hornquist is all well and good if you're going to design things for him to be in front of the net, getting deflections, but that's not what we do. It's just bad. It's just bad, and I know this is one game. I get that. But that's actually the point. Yeah, it's just one game. But when you're in this position, when you're in first place, and you look like a team that could win a cup, you have to fix the things that are going to stop you from winning a cup. We've got the part where we're good. And we've got that part under control. We need to work on the things that are going to cost us come playoffs. And when your backup goaltender has a habit of giving up the first shot, giving up a goal in the first shot, that can cost you in the playoffs big time. All right? And so, Mammon, Thornton, down. I don't know what the hell's going on with Mason Marchment. He's got scrambled eggs going upstairs. Kid, we need Marchment back on the ice. Absolutely need Marchment back on the ice so Joe can sit down. Something's got to happen for tomorrow, because if Joe played tonight, I don't want to see what he's going to look like tomorrow. So, other than that, it was a really good game. You know what I mean? It was a really good game, with the exception of we looked completely out of sync, because let's face it, there's only so many guys you can lose before it starts to affect. right? 2/3 of the top line is out. You know, the defense looked okay. Uyghur. When Uyghur is good, he's good. But he has these lapses where for a couple of shifts, he looks just like out of sync, out of sorts. Like almost a little bit Matheson-esque in the sense that he forgets for a couple of shifts at a time that you're a defenseman. He's getting a little bit too Cocoa Puffs every once in a while. And it costs us. You know, or it makes him look, you know, he ends up coming back and making a great play. It looks like it's a great play, but yeah, it's because he did something stupid at the other end of the ice 10, 20 seconds ago. So that, you know, I want this home streak. That's what this is about. I want to win tomorrow. I want this home streak. I do not want anything having to do with losing that record to the Kraken, who just beat the Canes. They just beat the Canes. And, you know, you're looking at the conference. So we had a hell of a start. It's a beautiful thing. But there's some good teams in this conference. Okay? We are not going to get through this conference. Carolina, Washington, maybe Tampa. We're not going to get through those teams being, what is that, 1 of 20, 1 of 21, 1 of 22 in the power play. And it's not an anomaly. It's bad. All right, that's enough. Stu and I will be back tomorrow morning. In the grand scheme of things, it's just one game. But the reasons we lost this game, a couple of reasons we lost this game, are longer-term problems that need to be solved. That's it. That's my shtick for tonight. All right, I appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm live streaming the entire game. That should be a beautiful thing. The game starts at 6, I believe. So I'm going to start the live stream at 5. Somewhere in the third period, my voice will go out on me. And we'll have a good time. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm gonna bring some stuff to sell too. I'm gonna have like some special deals tomorrow because you guys know I have tons of like brand new Panther shirts and flags and stuff like that, all with the old logo. So I'm gonna bring some stuff for some special deals and maybe a giveaway at the same time. So I'll look forward to that.